Today, I am on my way to buy the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma. I was actually supposed to receive it back in December. That got delayed. It's now April, and it's finally happening. Let's go pick it up. Cannot wait to see how it looks inside. I ordered the premium package, and it was something I did not do with this one, and I regretted it, because these are trucks that you can keep until the end of time, and just, you know, having nice leather seats, going with the nice fancy stuff. If you guys can do it, definitely worth it. It's official, guys. It's happening. I got the checkbook in the back. We're getting ourselves a brand new 2024 truck, baby. Been waiting for this for a long time. I took a whole week later after, this truck was ready for me a week ago, and I couldn't come. I was out shooting and I was so scared. Oh, you guys even have a bow on it. That is so sick. Bow is so sick. I'm gonna put that bow in our warehouse. Like, wow, I love the seats. I'm so happy I went with the leather seats. Guys, right now I'm like out of words. I've been reviewing this truck. I've been talking about it for like the last couple months. Went to Hawaii to see it for the first time, and I can't believe it. I get to buy it now after a lot of hard work. Toyota's not sponsoring me with this truck at all. I wish they were for all the work we do, but since it's all about the taco, we have to go get a new one, and I cannot wait for the new adventures that are gonna come. All right, guys, I officially beat Mickey with the beast. This thing definitely needs a car wash. There she is, fellas. Started to get worried. She's terrified. She's absolutely terrified. She did not want to drive this thing since it's all new. How does it drive? You're used to always driving the third gen.
Oh, it drives way lighter than that one. It goes fast. It goes pretty fast.
It's responsive, right?
It is responsive. It is fast. I mean, not as fast as the Magnuson supercharger that one has. But I haven't tested their full potential of this one. It looks way better. I love the screen.
And we finally have a sunroof.
Yeah,
I've wanted a sunroof in a car forever.
What I liked with this one was that the mirror, you can see what's happening while you're driving, what's happening on the back of the truck. So let's say for example, with that truck, when we have the big tire and with all of the upgrades and the tent and whatever, I cannot see, what's happening from most angles. So when I was driving, I don't know, I had to turn right and in the middle of the highway, and it was cool because I only have to use the side mirrors, but I could use this one.
So having the mirror as an actual screen with a camera facing back.
It's like facing backwards.
Once you guys add a bed rack to the truck or a swing out or whatever, that will not be in the way. Yeah,
also, that one is a really cool upgrade. I don't know, I'm used to using my small car, so with the length of the truck, it makes it harder, to park in some spots. It's super cool. I could see everything from the screen, so I liked it. I don't know.
Let me show you something that I think you might not like. So, saw this online from a couple guys that have gotten it, and what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, you kind of have to push it, right?
Yeah, I even think off-roading you won't feel it, to be honest with you, because it's a hard push. I think even going hardcore off-roading through the bumps and the whoops, I don't think that's gonna be a problem. Everyone's making a big deal. I just wanted to get your opinion on it. Oh yeah, she's stoked on this. She's stoked with this.
Guys, we have the Toyota first aid kit.
That was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty sweet. I wonder if that was the dealership or actually Toyota. I think it's Toyota. Now that we've made it home, I kind of want to go over a couple of the features that I did not notice when I originally reviewed this in Hawaii. some of the things that I like and some of the things that I don't like that I've noticed, or I'm just wondering how they're gonna work in the long term. All right, but before we get started, I just wanna see how many miles we've put in this truck since we drove it from the lot. Truck only has 80 miles, it's looking good. And then as you guys can see, the miles per gallon, it's at 14.9. As you guys can see, my fiance likes to go fast. That is for sure not how much you're gonna be getting. She's got a heavy foot and I think I need to have a conversation with her. I was very picky at the beginning with Toyota in regards to what truck I wanted, what sort of trim level I wanted. I have owned many Tacomas before, like you guys know, and not once did I order it with the fancy interior, with the leather seats. I really wanted to get the premium interior. This right here, sway bar disconnect, was one of the main reasons why this truck has been delayed. I mostly wanted this because I wanted to be able to give you guys feedback on how it works. I'm really hoping that all the suspension companies that are gonna do, whether it's long travel, regular travel, whatever suspension you'll be adding, I really want them to keep the ability to use the sway bar disconnect. This is huge, right? When you're out on the road, you wanna make sure you have your sway bar connected. And when you're off-roading, you obviously want more articulation, so you'll want that off. On my truck out there that you guys can see, the sway bar is just not on it. And that can get sketchy sometimes. All right, guys, so let's dive into some of the things that I really like that I did not get to test out when I was up in Hawaii. We actually have not gotten a chance to drive them. We just had a chance to see them, right? So we could turn the car on and play around with it, but it's not really until you drive it that you can experiment with some of these things. One of them being the reverse features and all the cameras that the truck now comes with. So as I'm reversing into my driveway right now, and guys, I am not a big fan on this technology. I'm kind of old school. I made a post on Instagram and some dude was like, why on earth would you not use it? And to be honest with you guys, I've always used, the mirror up top and the side ones. I trust that more than the cameras. But in this car, it just, call me old school, fellas, but I just really like this one view right here. Like, you have a 3D rendering of the truck, right? And you can clearly just see the car backing up. You can see it, the top view, and it just makes parking so much easier. I'm just having so much fun with it, right? You can also see the vehicle, the back. You can see the bed of the truck. This one is really awesome for me. Here you can see how close you're getting to the wall. And this was just one of the features that I did not get to play with that I'm really, really stoked on. Now let's talk about the user experience. So obviously you get a new truck, you start messing around with it. It's just really easy to just go through all the features that the truck has, really playing with the menu. They really made these buttons really user-friendly and nice to understand right off the bat. One of the things that I originally made fun of is they finally got the volume up and down correctly and the seat track. But as I was driving today, I noticed that the volumes are on this side, and then to change the track of the music, it's actually not these here, it's these over here, right? Which is awesome, because when you're holding the steering wheel, you're holding it with both hands. You can put the volume down, up, or change the track. Just going around the settings is like, right now I would unlock the car and only one door would really open. So super easy to fix that. I was able to just go into vehicle customization, right? Door control, and then here it was unlock all doors. Super easy to get to, not rocket science like some vehicles are. And guys, before we move on to the things that I'm not liking on the truck as of right now, one more thing I'm really stoked on is this feature I'm about to show you with the rear view mirror. So one of my concerns when I was originally reviewing the Tacoma was, there has to be an option in case you don't want to use your rear view mirror as an actual screen. What if I want to see if I have something in my face? Our first reaction is always to use this mirror, at least for me, right? I'm not going over here and opening this up. This is kind of like my second choice. Don't ask me why, but I'm just used to seeing myself here. I was playing around with this mirror and check this out. Normally, whenever high beams were beamed at your rear view mirror, you would push down on this and they would go away. But in this case, you are now able to see your reflection. Right now it's kind of hard to get the camera to focus, but as you guys can see, I can now see myself from the mirror. Just because it's an actual LED screen doesn't mean you cannot see your reflection, including to just see the back of the car too, right? Now let's go outside and let me show you some of the things that I'm not liking too much now that I own this truck. So to start out with the floor mats, I am not stoked on how they fit. They have this space right here, which I found it very odd. And these are things that I did not notice when I originally reviewed the truck, but it's not until you actually go and pay for the truck that you start to notice all these things, right? This is something that I definitely would have liked to be a lot cleaner. Now, as you guys know, we do sell a lot of aftermarket parts. This is definitely one that I'll be upgrading as soon as we have them out. Moving on to the handles. I am not a big fan that they are now made out of plastic. This is something that's a bit of a turnoff for me. Just coming from the 3rd gen and having them color matched, it was nice and fancy. I think here Toyota might have gotten inspired from seeing how the Jeep has these plastic handles. I would have loved to have them color matched. And finally, fellas, for the other thing that I noticed is the rear link mounting point. It's definitely robbing us from some clearance. It's sitting really, really low. Something that I would definitely want to beef up and will be beefing up, just because it becomes a point of contact when you're out in a rocky trail. That tire slips, you're for sure gonna be hitting it with a big boulder. And once this hits, I think there's definitely gonna be potential for that to bend. Other than that, fellas, I'm really stoked on the truck. The more I start to use it, the more I start to play with it, I'm gonna keep you guys informed. I feel like as being your one-stop shop for everything Toyota Tacoma, we geek out Tacoma, we talk Tacoma, we do everything around the Tacoma. It's kind of our duty to keep you guys up to date. I'm gonna push this truck to the absolute limit, although I don't want to. It's fresh, brand new. It's cost me a lot to get it. And I almost want to keep it super clean, not dirty, right? It's kind of the vibe you have when you buy a new vehicle. But I know after a couple weeks, I'm just gonna go all out and really have a lot of fun with it. My goal is to test it out, right? My goal is to do as many wild things that we can with it so you guys can see how reliable the truck is. If it's reliable, we're about to find out, right? I know I mentioned that it would have been awesome for Toyota to actually sponsor us with this truck, but I'm actually glad that they don't. Reason being, we all get to be super honest about what we feel on these trucks. If we actually like something, we'll tell you. If we don't like something, we'll tell you. And if it ever comes to the point, fellas, that Toyota does sponsor us with a vehicle, I myself will personally let you know, because it's something that I've been working for extremely hard. I really want to be able to collaborate with something huge with them. I'm confident that it's going to happen one day. I'm really, really confident. Now let's talk pricing. So with that said, this is a sticker. I just kind of want to go over the reason why it got a little bit more expensive than what it should have been, right? MSRP, I believe it's 42,000 before I added these upgrades that I was really picky on. Also the reason why this truck got delayed, right? So one of them being the premium package. Just knowing how long I'm gonna probably have this truck for, and not having done this on the 3rd gen, it was something that I just really wanted to do. I, for the longest time, wanted to have leather seats, I wanted to have heated seats, I wanted to have ventilated seats, which I did not have on the 3rd gen, and I've regretted it, since I've had that truck, right? Back then I couldn't afford those features, now thankfully I can, right? So the premium package is $8,800 additional, which I definitely think is worth it when you especially if you're gonna be doing payments like in the long run, it doesn't add up to be that much. Another thing was the stabilizer disconnect mechanism, right? That was another $1,230 that got added to my invoice. Two things that I was super stubborn on, I really wanted, and these are just things that you kind of have to sit down and see, hey, is this something that I can do? Is this something that I can afford? Is this something that I want to be stubborn on and really have on my truck? How long do you plan to have this truck for, right? And how important are those things for you? So the total Window sticker price was $54,485. I ended up paying, at the end of the day, after taxes and everything, $55,000 and some change, right? I know that's a lot more than the $33,000 that I paid for the 3rd gen, but again, I didn't get all the fancy stuff. Here I kind of went full out, got all the fancy goodies that you possibly can for the TRD off-road, and I'm honestly stoked for it, guys. I know that Toyota builds solid trucks. It's interesting what's gonna happen with the 4-banger that it has. Is it gonna be able to be reliable? That's the big question that all of you seem to have. I myself have that question as well. What's next for this truck? Really is to put it to the test, right? And really take it out on all the adventures that you guys have seen us go through. There's a lot that I cannot share with you right now, but all I can tell you is make sure to stay tuned. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, because we're gonna go really in depth into this truck and push it to its absolute limit. So if you guys wanna wait and kind of see how the truck takes it, wait. If you guys are eager to get it, I don't blame you. This truck is solid. Build on it is really nice. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to smash that like button. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe, because you're not gonna want to miss what we have in store for this truck and all the other projects that we have going on. And I'll see you in the next one. If you're in Texas and you're in the market for the all-new Tacoma, make sure to go to Toyota of Cedar Park, ask for Robert or Deepak. They'll take good care of you. Right now they have some Tacomas in the lot, a couple of awesome colors. Make sure to go get them. I'll see you in the next one.